So it's going to be a full tear down and rebuild, just massive, just like shut it down with the Houston Texans. And when you're going to do that, you really have to hire a 65-year-old head coach. Yeah, okay, but the Texans probably going to be shipping Deshaun Watson elsewhere, even though they say, yeah, we have no interest in trading Deshaun Watson until someone gives you 3 1s and a 2, but nah. Also potentially gone is soon-to-be 32-year-old defensive end Justin James Jerome Ezekiel, who's pretty cool for a Badger. Should have been a Gophers tight end, but So the reports are that the Texans and J.J. Watt will likely be parting. J.J. Watt, a 3-time NFL Defensive Player of the Year, as well as 8-time All-Pro. Not bad. And JJ himself has said that he's not interested in being part of a rebuild. So the former number 11 overall selection of the 2011 NFL draft, taking one spot ahead of Christian Ponder, by the way, is likely going to be elsewhere in 2021. So the question is, should the Vikings be in? So first off, yes, he's not the JJ of the past. Like, you can make a good case from 2012 to 2015 that JJ Watt might have been the most dominant defensive player in NFL history during that 4-year stretch. Dude had 69 nice sacks on 381 pressures over 4 seasons. That's insane. That was a 14.85% pressure rate. Plus, he's rushing from that 3-4 defensive end position, that 4 or 5 tech. So the fact that he's doing that and coming through trash and doing it on the close side of the field as a left defensive end, amazing. Absolutely bat bleep amazing, right? And he was 3-time Defensive Player of the Year and 4-time first-team All-Pro during those seasons. But I mean, last year on a bad Texans defense, J.J. Watt still got after it. He had 52 tackles, 5 sacks, and 45 pressures, and 2 forced fumbles, posted an 85.5 PFF grade, which is 7th in the NFL amongst defensive ends. And he played a full 16-game season for the second time in the last 5 years. I mean, health has always been a question with J.J. Watt. So even though he's not young JJ, he still brings a lot to the table. And it is sort of like Calais Campbell when he went to the Ravens, or Ndamukong Suh now with the Bucks and playing in the Super Bowl. Like, they're certainly not nearly the same player that they were 6, 7, 8, 9 years ago, but they're still grown-ass men on the defensive line that still bring a ton of value to their team. But of course, the question is, so J.J. Watt, what's going to be trade comp and what's going to be the money? Well, I don't see the Texans just straight up cutting him. I don't think that they'll do that, even though he has 0 guaranteed money left on his deal, because I think that there is some decent trade value in him. And now J.J. Watt to the Packers for a second-round pick has been floated out there, but I think that is the top end of his market. I don't see a team, even though we're currently jaded by the Matthew Stafford haul in the Jared Goff trade, but I don't see a team giving up a first-round pick, even a late first-round pick, for a 32-year-old defensive end that you also have to pay. So I don't really see that. Now the Vikings, they do have 6th, 3rd, and 4th rounders after compensatory picks will be doled out. And if they do want J.J. Watt enough, they will be able to finesse a deal. Like, hit up Houston, hey, Casario, 3-4-5 for number 99. We'll have to wear, 96 here with the Vikings. Click. Sure. Now, money. So J.J. Watt is due a $17.5 million base salary in the final year of his $100 million contract, which, like, a 0.1% chance that he sees a dime of that. In all likelihood, his new team is going to tear up the old contract and put in a new deal, probably get a 2 or 3 year contract worth, I don't know, $10 to $12 million per season. So yes, the Vikings are over the projected 2021 cap, but of course, plus the Vikings can make room if and when they cut Kyle Rudolph, if and when they cut Shamar Stephen and Dan Bailey. Maybe they cut Riley Reeve, plus restructures of Dalvin, Thielen, and Kendricks are on the table, or an Anthony Barr pay cut. So the Vikings can make the room if they are motivated to, because Rob Brzezinski is a damn financial wizard. The question is, would that money be better spent on Joe Thuney or Brandon Scherfer if he hits free agency, or Shaq Barrett or Leonard Williams? I mean, maybe. And also the question is, so where does J.J. Watt play? So J.J. has traditionally played that 3-4 left defensive end spot, playing the 4 or 5 tech. And the Vikings, unless they move to a 3-4, the Vikings could bring him in, play that 4-3 left defensive end spot, which has been Danielle Hunter's spot, where you want a defensive end who's stout against the run, can hold up against the strong side of formations. J.J. Watt is certainly that. Danielle Hunter is certainly that as well. But Danielle, 99 on the blind side. Ooh. Sexy time, right? Plus, JJ could kick inside to 3 tech on passing downs, get DJ Wanham or rookie edge rusher TBD on the field. And yes, like we said, they could just move to a 3-4. But I think that J.J. Watt certainly has a lot of gas in the tank. I think he probably has 3 good years left, and plus with the Vikings defense getting healthy and the offense still being on point, special teams being less garbage, I think they certainly are in win now mode. And if J.J. Watt wants to go ring chasing, I mean, the Vikings would be a great spot for him, and they would greatly benefit from his veteran leadership. Young guys see that work ethic, see that attitude, see that team first mentality, and step up their own games. Plus, he does have something left, right? Where set the edge against the run. Vikings defensive line. Oh, all of a sudden they're decent against the run. Shocker, right? And certainly get after the passer as well. But bottom line, would you be willing to give up, say, a 3, 4, 5 for the rights of J.J. Watt and then pay him $12 million a year for 2 to 3 seasons? It would really be tempting, man. It would really be tempting, even though, yes, he's not that defensive player of the year J.J. Watt of a handful of years ago, but he would still be damn good on this Vikings defensive line, a huge asset, and if only just to keep him away from the Packers and just screw him over. But yeah, it is what it is. But your thoughts, Vikings, J.J. Watt, question mark? Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work, pull us on the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.